Hi, James Blacklaw's JB Commercial Finance here. Big story of the week in finance, is probably the big story of the year to be fair, is the demise of Thomas Cook, the incredibly well-known high street travel agent. Now, a lot of us in self-employment have used self-employed travel agents or travel consultants for a period of time, and I can't really imagine going to a travel agent shop these days and booking a holiday, but apparently 19 million booked in some way with Thomas Cook last year. It's a phenomenal amount of people. Over 500 shops on the high street, including down below, exactly from where I'm standing now. I work in an office above a Thomas Cook, which is currently empty, a very, very sad sight. There's been a lot of big businesses, British businesses, go bust in the last few years. Well-known high street names. Toys R Us, who the British version of that, went bust. Obviously the worldwide did as well. Comet, who remembers Comet? Long gone now. HMB are about to go again. Obviously Thomas Cook mentioned Carillion, really big names, and there seems to be two main reasons. Obviously there's dozens of smaller reasons why these businesses have gone bust, and they seem to be the inability to adapt to what their clients actually want. And secondly, which is pretty more pressing in the example of Thomas Cook, who still had 19 million customers, is the burden of debt. And that's kind of where I come in on this, because when you look at Thomas Cook, someone told me that they have a debt obligation of around about £1.7 billion due to various takeovers of done Co-op, etc. over the years. And asset-wise, they're very, very light. They don't own their vehicles, they didn't own their shops, they didn't own anything really, other than the goodwill of the name, which in the end was ultimately worthless. And they're also a loss-making business, 1.6 billion last year. So why is it they were allowed to continue to trade? And the lenders, the banks, two main banks involved, RBS and Lloyds, getting a hard time over not continuing to support them, as are the government some quarters. You can't keep this business on life support. The cord should have been cut years and years ago. It's absolutely disgusting they're allowed to trade while insolvent. Goodness knows how the accountants managed to keep them on life support. But it just seems that everything boils down to those two things. Inability to provide the service their customer want. Customers don't want necessarily to go into high street stores, sit down, book an appointment. They want to do things online. And Thomas Cook didn't seem to be able to adapt to that as quickly as other providers. And servicing debt, £1.7 billion worth of debt. Even if you're paying interest of 10% on that, your interest is £170 million a year. Goodness me, that's an awful lot of weeks to Mallorca you've got to sell to cover that, let alone open the doors and pay for costs. It just shows the downside of borrowing too much money, and it's something I'm very, very conscious of when I work with clients. That's just my thoughts on a short video about this very sad time for the British travel industry and for British business in general. I'm James Blacklaws. Please get in touch if you've got any questions about this or any other finances for your business. Share this video, and I'll speak to you all soon.